What's up? I'm Track 9 and I'm a beatboxer. I first got into beatboxing when I was about 14. I started because I saw a video on YouTube, a beatboxing video of a guy named Joel Turner at the Australian Idol. The second I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I want to do that because I want to be cool. I was like, oh yeah, I can just do that. I want to do that, so I'm just gonna do that. But unfortunately, like growing up around that age, I saw a lot of girls being like, oh, that's really cool, but I don't think I could ever do that. It's a lot nicer now seeing more girls beatboxing because it's more people to relate to, especially with certain attitudes with how female beatboxers are perceived. Currently, what I'm working on is something that's different in terms of the beatbox community, but something that's been a thing in the acapella community, which is making music, which sounds very strangely basic, but beatboxers make routines. These routines tend to be formatted for battles, and a battle routine would only be about 90 seconds. That's not a whole lot of time to have a lot of content settle in. I quit battling, even though I've been in competitions. I've ranked in the top 16 twice in 2 different championships for the American Beatbox Championships. But lately, I've been working on my own solo project music stuff. So multi-layer acapella stuff, that's all my noises and my specialized noises from beatbox techniques, like or for my bass, like even though it's been happening for a while, beatboxing as a whole is still pretty young in terms of beatboxing as a formal art form. Often it does get perceived as a gimmick, so that is a struggle. It's very rare, very rare to see a beatboxer as a headliner, and that's something that I'm hoping to help change with making music. The first woman I looked up to in music, her name is Yoko Kanno. Not to be confused with Yoko Ono. Those are very similar names, but I mean Yoko Kanno. She is a Japanese musician who is mostly known for making music for anime. One of my favorite pieces that she has done, she kind of made up a language for it. She took a combination of different languages and like mashed these languages together. That's particularly interesting to me because each language kind of has its own texture or color or however you want to describe it, but there's like different tones that you use in different languages or different consonants and different ways you structure how you say things. And so when she mashed all these languages together, it was just like all these different textures and colors coming together, and it was very interesting for me. One of my main biggest influences / inspirations is Random Voices. They're my collegiate a cappella group. I had the honor and privilege to be with them for 5 years. I was only in college for 4 years, but they let me stay another 5th year. They often would tell me how they felt lucky to have someone of my specific skill set. In my honest opinion, I feel like I benefited more from being with them. Me being in Random Voices is by far going to be one of my most favorite collaborations I've ever gone to do. So the next step for my career in beatboxing, I am still working on routines, not necessarily for battling anymore, but I really want to start making more original music. Lately, what I've been doing have been covers where it's like all my noises layered together, which sounds very different from traditional acapella because traditional acapella uses singing syllables like da da da, badu, like for basses, like badu, badum, dum. I don't use syllables because I just use my sound effects in beatboxing. That's a cool, interesting thing to like show people as they kind of get used to it, and that's why I'm doing covers right now. But original music is something that I want to do next. Honestly, I don't care about being better than other people. I care a lot more about expressing myself and hearing other people's expressions. I'm sure there's other ways that people can think of to utilize beatboxing in different mediums and different formats. There's a lot of possibilities. Beatboxing is something where you really push the limits of what you can do with the human voice. It can also push the limits of whatever you want to do.